Alright, it's been a hot minute. We're back out in the garage. This is going to get loud as I open the door. Try and get back on the old Jetstar 3 today. See if we can get something done on it. Yeah, so the bench got made. There's the remnants of it. But the process of making it and sanding it, you can kind of see there's a pile of sawdust. I got sawdust on everything because the parts of that maple that's not rotted are so hard. The sawdust coming off it was so fine, it just went everywhere. Oh, that fell overnight. That's awesome. I got dust everywhere, so I'm gonna have an afternoon of just cleaning sawdust off of the motor so that I can maybe try and get some pistons in it. I need to get that cleaned up, and then the pistons are soaking in gas over there. But I would have got on that last night, but in the process of moving this cart that had my sandblast cabinet on it, the cart left the chat, for lack of a better description. And you can see on the corners I have gone back in and welded it all back together because it just creeled right over, and it's not perfectly flat, square, or level anymore. Don't care. So I worked on that last night. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of the sunburn on my chest from welding with no shirt and stuff. Anywho, yeah, so that's my plan, is to clean up more in here, get that all washed back off, get all the sawdust off, dig the pistons out of the bucket of gas, get the rings on them, get them lubed up, maybe get them down in there. Get that done, then we'll have to get the old let's see, there's other stuff that needs done. Anyway, yeah, back at it. Anyway, back to the bench. The bench did get made. The young couple did get married. The bench did get signed, and from what I was told on the first one made, you kind of need to let the ink, I don't know, solidify, harden, mature, whatever. The ink needs to do what the ink needs to do before I can seal over it. So that'll be a project for another day. But anyway, man, one of these days I'm gonna have a fire sale. All right, I'll be back. All right, I got the pistons out of the gasoline bath, got them wiped off, dried off, whatever. Got number 4 rod over in the vise. Here's the cap for it with the rods. The rings come in these nice little sleeves. Can't hardly mess it up. 4th groove, 3rd groove, 2nd groove, top groove, oil ring, and then 3 compression rings. So we'll get you over here where the wind's not blowing in the corner. Just set up on the tripod maybe. You're not looking at the piston, are you? Where's the piston? There's the piston. I can't see what I'm doing, so I have my glasses on. Alright. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Kind of dark. Zoom in a little bit. Alright. I wonder what I did with... Tell you what, I'm going to pause you right here, and I'm going to go find my ring groove pliers, or my ring pliers. Alright, so I went to find my ring installation pliers. Looked all over. Hey, guess what? They're laying right there on the bench. Right where I left them when I took the rings off these pistons. Alright, so got those. Got our rings. Normally, I put like assembly grease in there, and I can't find my tube with any assembly grease. Tell you what, got my rings laid out, but I really want to put conundrums. I've looked, don't know where it's at. Can't find my grease. It's probably in the mess behind me. I think I'm gonna throw a shirt on and run to the store. Just I'm just gonna buy another tube of it. Could be laying right here. Never find it. Too much stuff. Gotta clean my bench off. Anyway, I'll be back. Oh, easy there, killer. All right, that's that a little bit. There we go. There you're back in front. All right, so I'm not gonna lube the rings up until I actually install the pistons into the engine. This is the last piston I've got to do. I ran into a small mine scratcher thing. You probably not be able to see that. Can you see that? There is a groove here on the inside of that ring. The first two pistons I did, it was a chamfer, and the instructions have a spot right there. Install with bevel up. Simple. There's nothing on here about having an inside groove or an inside cut like that. So anyway, did some Google foo, decided we're just going to put them on with that feature up, because it makes sense to me. These are compression rings that, as the compression comes down onto the ring and goes in behind, that extra space gives it more volume to spread the rings and seal the rings better against the cylinder wall. So that's what we're going with. I think I'm going to have to pull, yeah, I'll show you when I get there. Top ring's the same way, it's got that inside, whatever. It's not a chamfer. And yeah, there was nothing on the instructions for that. Anyway, that's what we're going with. Come here, get off of there. Come on. All right, let's stumble back over here. Show you what I got going on. As I've been getting the rings on, of course they're not clocked properly. Those are clocked the way the 302 Super was clocked, if you remember those videos. Oh boy. There we go. Set him down in there nice and gentle like. All right. I think I'm going to have to pull, yeah, I'm going to have to pull this top one off. This is the first one I put on, and then I decided that, you know what, that needs to be the other way. So anyway, I'll go get my pliers. I should be able to just do it right there. Shouldn't be a problem. And then at some point I will get engine assembly lube, and we'll squeeze those and get them down in the bores and get the rod bearings on and make sure everything's wiped down nice and clean, and we'll get a nice clean something to throw over it for tonight before I'm done. I'm sure I'm not going to get this done tonight, but because we've got a friends and family get together hot tub thing going on later. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Yeah, so anyway, get the assembly lube all lube. Yeah, those lifter bore things, and yeah, we'll just, yeah, a little concerned. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, these things, the farmers used to rebuild these things sitting underneath freaking shade trees, so it'll be fine. We'll get, I'll get a tube of lube sometime soon, and anyway, yeah, I'll be back.